Hey, welcome guys. And for today's topic, we will be discussing yung partial derivatives. And in detail, ito yung magiging outline natin for this session. Okay? So first is the introduction of partial derivative. And then we will have what we call yung first partial derivative and second partial derivative. Then we will be applying that into solve example. We have, I think, two examples only to demonstrate how to use yung partial derivative in finding out the partial derivative of a function in terms of x or in terms of y or any independent variable assigned by the problem. Okay? As an outcome, ito yung expected natin to fulfill at the end of this session. First is to define and illustrate to you the first and second partial derivative ng function natin. And next is to find the first and second partial derivative of a function. But before we proceed with the solving proper, we need to again reiterate or define si partial derivative. Si partial derivative is by the word itself is a derivative um, or differentiation solution, no? Doon sa functions natin. Ang ginagawa lang natin, if we have a function na meron siyang two or more variables, ibig sabihin meron tayong in terms, yung function na given sa atin, pwedeng maging may x at y siya, or pwede siya maging x, y, z, or more independent variables. And then when we are trying to get its partial derivative, tinitreat natin as constant or hindi nag-change yung isang variable. Um, and then tinitreat natin as changing yung isang variable. Saan ba natin ginagamit to? Usually, halimbawa, kapag pinag-uusapan natin is, halimbawa, meron ka isang cylinder, no? Alam na ang itsura ng cylinder, no? Ayan. Halimbawa, pinapahanap is ano yung magiging change in height natin, no? So alam natin, pag nag-change yung height ng cylinder natin, mag-change man siya ng height, yung radius natin hindi nag-change. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung radius natin doon is constant. Okay? Same as halimbawa, nag-change yung radius natin, pero yung height is retained. Halimbawa, ito yung ating cylinder, no? Pero nag-change yung radius niya, sabihin, pwede lang siyang lumaki, pero yung height niya is remain, no? Or pwede siyang lumiit, pero yung height niya is the same. So treating one variable as constant, ano yung mangyayari dun sa function natin? So basically, yun yung gustong sabihin ni partial derivative. And represented siya by the symbol delta o del, no? O yung curly D natin o tinatawag. Okay? Instead na D yung nilalagay natin to indicate derivative, we are using yung del symbol to represent partial derivative or taking one variable as constant and taking the derivative of the other. Okay? So, we have yung first partial derivative. So, let f, or halimbawa, we have a function in terms of x and y, or kapag tinignan natin yung function, meron siyang x, meron siyang y. Okay? Pag kinuha daw natin yung partial derivative with respect to x, okay? Kapag kung ano yung independent variable niya, or ibig sabihin, yung nasa denominator natin dito, ibig sabihin yun yung ida-derive nating variable dun sa equation natin. And kapag halimbawa ito x tayo, and nakita natin yung variable natin ay y, iti-treat natin constant si y. Ibig sabihin si x lang yung nagmamatter na variable sa atin as pwede natin siyang i-derive. Kung halimbawa si y yung nasa term natin, it will be treated as constant and any constant, yung derivative niya as from our differential calculus, derivative of constant is equal to 0. No? So if ever we are differentiating or partial derivative ng function in terms of x, we are treating y as constant. Okay? So the partial derivative of f with respect to y, so same lang, no? Fy naman tayo. And then we are um, considering yung variable natin y as our independent variable. So meaning lahat ng x natin will be treated as constant. Okay? So the swirly D symbol, often called del, is used to distinguish partial derivative from ordinary single variable derivative. Okay? So the reason for a new type of derivative is when the input of a function is made up of multiple variables, and then we want to see how the function changes when we want to change one variable. No? So katulad nung kanina sa cylinder, if i-change natin yung height, anong nangyayari doon sa function natin? Magbabago ba yung how much yung change ng volume, halimbawa, no, pag pinapanas natin yung volume. So, kapag ginawa natin nag-iiba yung height, gaano kabilis mag-change yung volume natin. So, parang gano'n. Okay? So, after first partial derivative, we can perform also yung second partial derivative. So, it is just saying, parang katulad nung dati sa higher derivative natin na when we get the first derivative, o yung y prime natin, we can also get the y second prime or y double prime. That is just by deriving the first derivative by another set, no? Another differentiation na formula. Same with partial derivative. So, if ever you derive yung function mo in terms of x, no? After mo makuha yung partial derivative in terms of x, yung first partial niya, kapag ginawa mo yung second partial niya, you have two options. You can partial it with respect to x and with respect to y. Kaya meron tayong fxx tsaka fxy. So, ibig sabihin, at first, dinerive mo siya in terms ni x and then dinerive mo siya in terms ni x or ni y. Okay? Same with y. We can have first derivative natin, partial derivative natin in terms of y. And then at the second partial derivative, we can perform in terms of x and then in terms of y. Okay? So this is the one thing that I forgot to note no do sa during discussion noon sa recorded na pinost ko na kapag yung partial derivative natin is of different um, independent variable, kahit mauna yung x, tapos after y, dapat mag-i-equal sila parehas. No? So, always equal silang parehas yung fyx tsaka fxy na later na-demonstrate natin dun sa example natin. Okay? So, let's have our first example. Utilizing first yung tinatawag natin first partial derivative. Okay? So, we have the function f of xy, meaning a function in terms of x and y. So, we have x cubed y plus e raised to xy cubed. Okay? Pinapanap is si partial derivative in terms ni x or fx, then partial derivative ni y in terms ni y. Okay? So, ito can be written as partial of f with respect to x. Okay? So, yun yung pinapanap natin. So, ibig sabihin, si x yung may variable natin. So, si y magiging constant siya. So, we can rewrite yung function natin as gawin natin ano, no? Para maiba lang. Ayan. So parang tinreat natin as constant coefficient yung mismong y kaya nilagay ko sa unahan, no? And then derive na natin in terms ni x. So we have, so ito y, tapos derive mo lang yung x, so times 3x squared, okay? Plus, dito, since ito is from derivative, eu du dapat yan. So kung ang u natin is y cube, x, ang du natin will be y cube. So, kailangan natin ng y cube doon. So, this will be y cube, copy lang natin yung original, x. Then, balik lang natin doon sa original niya. So, this is 3x squared, y, plus xy cube, y cube. Okay? So, this will be our first answer kapag pinapakuha yung partial derivative in terms ni x. Okay? Next. We have partial derivative in terms of y. So we have the function in terms of y. So treating si x as constant, so we can rewrite the function as x cube y plus e x y cube. Again, nilagyan ko lang ng parenthesis to indicate na siya ay coefficient, no? If ever nalilito pa. Okay? So x cube plus, again, this is eu du. So eu du tayo. So yung u natin dito is xy cube and then du is equals to x 3y squared or 3xy squared. So this will be 3xy squared tapos exy cube. Okay? So I think no longer needed yung kanyang um, yung kanyang simplification. So this will be our answer. Okay? Yeah. So yan yung sa first partial natin in terms of y and in terms of x. Okay? And then yung isang example natin is in terms na siya ng second partial na tayo. Okay? So we have fxy, fyx, saka fxx, saka ffy. Given the function ex cubed y squared plus x squared y cubed, find the following. Okay? So yung first one natin is to find fxy. So meaning lang yan, kailangan yung function kunin natin in terms ni x, tapos tsaka natin kukunin siya in terms ni y. Or sabi ko nga kanina, it can be the um, the reverse, no? Una si y, then kasunod si x. Pero kasi yung gantong notation na fxy, it pertains dito sa gantong ganitong order, no? Na si x muna before y. Okay, so our function ex cubed y squared plus x squared y cubed. So, titreat natin si x as our independent variable. So, we can use yung ganitong notation again to indicate na constant si y. Okay? Then, EUD tayo. So, U natin dito is y squared x cubed. So, DU natin will be y squared 3x squared or 3x squared y squared. Okay? So, produce natin yung kanyang partial f with respect to x. That is 3x squared y squared x cubed y squared, okay, plus this is y cubed times 2x. Okay, so that is 3x squared y squared x cubed y squared plus 2xy cubed. Okay, so ito yung first partial derivative natin with respect to x. Kapag pa-partial natin siya in terms ni y, okay, so i-rewrite ko na muna itong ano natin as si y naman yung magiging ano natin. So pwedeng gawin natin 3x squared, pinactor out natin, okay, plus 2xy cubed. Okay, lagyan natin ito ng parenthesis to indicate na magiging na siyang coefficient, no? So yung partial ni function in terms ni y will be 3x squared multiplied. So ito will be derivative siya ng product, no? And as we can recall, ang derivative ng product, if we have UV, ang derivative niya is UDV plus VDU. Okay? Pero, anong gagawin natin is, in terms ni Y tayo, so, treated as constant si X dito. Okay? So, pag ito yung de-derive natin, so, pwedeng gawin natin, si U natin ay si Y squared, and si V natin is si X. Si x cubed y squared. Okay? So dito, in terms ni y tayo, so du natin is equals to 2y. And dv natin will be equals to, this is derivative ng eu du. Okay? So si x cubed is constant, so 2y dapat yung magiging answer natin. So that is 2x cubed y x cubed y squared. Okay? So pag kinontinue natin ito dito, okay, ito na pala. So that will be u times dv. So y squared times dv natin is 2x cubed x cubed y squared plus v du is ilipat natin ito, no? Para hindi tayo sige. Okay, so plus pdu, so v natin is x cubed y squared, then du natin is 2y, okay, plus derive natin to, this is 2x times 3y squared. Okay, and then To continue, ano muna natin yung loob, distribute natin. So 2x cubed y squared x cubed y squared plus 2 cubed y squared y. Okay? Plus 6xy squared. Then distribute natin to dito. We will have 6x to the fifth y squared x cubed y squared plus 6x squared x cubed y squared y. Okay? Plus 6xy squared. Okay? So this will be our fxy. Okay? Question muna dito sa first one. Okay? Then for the next question, yung fyx, okay? So si fyx natin, that is just saying na partial derivative ng function natin with respect to y, and then kukunin natin yung partial na with respect to x. Should be equal dun sa letter A natin. Okay? Pero we have to prove that. So yung f natin, yung function natin will be e. So cy muna, no? So x cubed y squared plus x squared y cubed. Okay? So partial ni f with respect to x, that is, so EUD tayo dito. So we have 3x squared y squared x cubed y squared plus 3x squared y squared. Okay? So yan agad yung first partial natin. And then second partial natin, we will treat constant um, magiging in terms ni y tayo. So gagawin natin constant si x. So factor out na ulit natin si x. Mali pala yung ginawa ko, no? So dapat in y tayo. Partial ni f with respect to y. So, pero tama na yung sagot ko, no? X cube, so 2x cube y, x cube y squared, plus 3x squared y squared. Okay? And then, si x yung magiging independent natin sa kasunod. So, ito magiging 2y times x cube, x cube y squared, plus 3y squared x squared. Okay? Then perform natin yung second partial natin. Ni x nung ating fy. So that is 2y. And then product ulit ito. So x cube muna tayo. Yung first one, yung u. Then dv natin. Sige, pag-iwalay natin. Baka malito, no? So yung ano natin is x cube, x cube y squared. So u natin is x cube. Ang b natin is x cube y squared. So in terms ni x tayo, so this will be u is equals to 3x squared and dv is equals to um, 3x squared y squared x cube y squared. Okay? So substitute u dv. So ito will be 3x squared y squared x cube y squared plus v du. Yan, v times du. Plus yung last term natin, 3xy, ito yon, no? So that will be 3y squared times natin ng 2x. Okay? Simplify. So yung loob muna. So we have 3x to the fifth y squared x cubed y squared plus 3x squared EX cubed Y squared plus to 6XY squared. Then distribute, we have 6x to the fifth y cubed EX cubed Y squared plus 6x squared EX cubed Y squared Y plus 6xy squared. So this will be our fyx. Okay? And if we check kung equal yan do sa first one, so pag chinek ninyo, ayan. Uh-huh. Let me check now. Sa exponent, no? Parang may mali ako sa exponent. Wait lang. X cubed y squared y. Okay. 2y. Dito, pinactor out si 2y. Y squared UDV is, pero dapat in terms tayo ni x. Y squared. Okay. Wait lang. Balikan natin yung first one kanina. Um, dito, is 2x cubed. Y cubed dapat dito. 3x y squared. And then magiging 3x times y squared. X squared 2y. So ito. Oh, dapat in terms ni y tayo. So 2y x cubed. Yan, nawala yung y, no? Hindi ko nakopya dito yung y. Dapat may y pa siya dito. Okay. So, ayun yung kulang pala dito. Yan, y. Kaya ito magiging y cube. And then ito will be also y cube. Okay? Ayan. So, ngayon, equal na siya. Okay? 6x to the fifth y cube, ex cube, y squared. So, that is our first term, which is the same as this one. Okay? Next is cx squared, ex cube, y squared, y. So, cx squared, ex cube, y squared, y. Then 6xy squared. So, nakikita ninyo parehas lang si fxy and fyx no matter yung mauna sa kanila. Okay? And then for letter C and letter D, I want you to practice na lang that. This is just getting the second partial derivative with respect to the um, same independent variable. Okay? Question dito sa problem natin for second partial derivative. Okay, so kung no more question or clarification, that ends our lecture, our final lecture for the subject, and this will be the coverage of your examination.